Hi, I'm Daniel Miller with the North American Students of Cooperation, or NASCO, and today we're going to talk a little bit about evaluating the staff of a cooperative, why you'd want to do it, and how that would work. So why have evaluations for your staff? Well, in co-ops, a lot of the time there's a sort of gap between the daily work of the members and the daily work of staff. And so the staff are looking for feedback from the members because they care about the co-op and want the members to feel like they own the co-op. But at the same time, they don't always get that feedback. Maybe because the members are having turnover, or the members are just unfamiliar with evaluating and managing their own staff. But for one reason or another, the staff of the co-op may be working without a lot of clear feedback on how they should be doing things. So the staff of co-ops often have a lot to do, and they could use the help of the members in setting their priorities. So if you have an evaluation, you can tell them what could be better. You can also tell them what's working really well, so that they can focus on the things that they're doing a great job on and improve on the things where you want them to do something differently. The staff can also get caught up in their own work and their own sort of perspective. So it's really helpful for them sitting in the office every day and doing their daily tasks to hear about what it is that the members see when they're sitting in that office and help them build some better relationships with the members. The evaluations can also really help you create a better staffing structure. If you're evaluating everybody at the same time and you're looking at sort of the big picture of how your co-op staffing works, you might realize that things that were making people unhappy were because the wrong person was given the wrong responsibilities, or you had a weird division of labor, or you had strange hours. There are all sorts of things that can come up once you start actually looking at the big picture and trying to figure out how things could work the right way or your way. So evaluating somebody well is also going to mean that you have to develop an idea of what they should be doing. So that's going to mean that they need a clear job description, they need policies that limit what they're allowed to do or tell them what they have to do. You have a clear idea of how things should work, and then you can start looking at how things do work and figuring out how to get from where you are now to where you want to be. So you might find that their job description doesn't match your needs or what you expect of them, and that gives you something to go on. So you might realize it's not always just about having the wrong person doing the wrong task. It may just mean that you hired somebody under a certain title or a certain set of duties, and that's just not what the co-op actually needs. So that sort of the sense of discontent or the sense of wanting a clearer direction, that's something that may not actually be about the person filling the job. It may also be about the structure of the job itself. And you might also find that the policies that you have for your members to work under or for your staff to work under don't actually do what you need them to. They don't support your staff and give them the tools they need to make the co-op better. They don't give your members the tools they need to direct the staff and have them do a better job. So evaluations can set some really clear requirements on staff. At the end of the evaluation, you should be able to list some objective things that you're asking your staff to do or you're asking your staff not to do. So you're giving people something clear to go on. And that also means that in the future you can come back and say, these were these clear recommendations that we gave, or these clear requirements that we gave, and how did that happen? Or did it happen? So evaluations can also document issues with staff in a way that you can really act on them in the future. Do you want to give them a raise? Do you want to give them a warning? Do you want to give them a different job title? So you can figure out what are the root issues and then figure out what the solutions are to deal with those issues. And honestly, you want to recognize and appreciate the work that the staff are doing and do that by providing them with a clear, honest picture. So if a staff member is not doing something well, then don't be shy about that. You should go ahead and let them know. And then they care about the co-op, they care about the work that they're doing, and now they have a better idea of how people see that work and can improve. Evaluations are also a way to leave a lasting record for members and staff to use when you're making plans. I think for a co-op that might be a student co-op or a co-op that has high turnover in the members, this is super important because that staff person may have worked there for 5 years, 10 years, more, and the members may have been there for 2 years, 3 years at most. And so if you have something to go on, if you have a clear report, if you have evaluations from the past, then you can start looking back at those and see, is there a pattern to what's going really well or really badly with staff? Is there a pattern about the way that the staff are being evaluated or the way the relationship shows up between members and staff in those evaluations? So you, the members, are going to have a much, much better set of tasks and tools to use when you're looking at these evaluations from the past. And so one of the reasons why you'd want to do an evaluation now is to start giving members in the future those tools.